Strictly.
Yeah.
Because I say at the start of my tour show, I got asked to go on Strictly, and I just sent my agent a news story that was Will Young saying, I fantasised about breaking my own legs during Strictly. And my agent was like, you could just say no. I can't think of anything more degrading than doing Latin American ballroom dancing and then saying that I danced my way through autism, and the Latin American ballroom dancing is this sort of redemption narrative. It's lovely that Chris McCausland is having a good time on it. That's lovely.
Yeah.
Looks great. But my agent was like, oh, don't you think, you were charming on Taskmaster, maybe you could be charming on Strictly. And I was like, to what ends? To go and guest host the one show? Like, I can't. Because all those people on those mainstream shows, Anne and Dick, Holly and Phil, it's all darkness. All those shows.
So that's why you would do well. Your stuff is very. You've got. I mean, your darkness.
Bake Off as well. They kept asking me who died.
You're the other way around. Your darkness is on the outside, and I think inside you're sort of nice and soft and.
Yes.
But they're the other way around. They've flipped
I've been saying this for years. Cause every dark comedians on stage are usually quite nice off stage, and then like the lovable everymen.
Yeah.
You don't even know the shit they get up to. Just think of a lovable everyman. I would struggle to think of exceptions. You're not you're like an anti-hero.
Yeah.
So I'm safe saying that.
There's a darkness that I allow out to think as well. So I think that's fine. I really love the bit in the show where you talked about how your fans have changed, and you sort of describe what your fans were like before the Taskmaster people.
Yeah.
And you've kind of got them down very well. So it is sort of interesting.
Adult women with pet rats. That was one of my core fan bases. Yeah. And now, since Taskmaster, I get a lot of like teenagers and like people with septum piercings and blue hair.
Yeah.
That's a big Taskmaster thing. And it was cool. I went to America, and the Taskmaster fans are the same across the world.
Right.
So that was cool.
Well, it was interesting going to your show. I hadn't really anticipated this, but I went with Katie, and we got there quite early and went for a meal. But like, because it was all Taskmaster fans at your thing, I got recognised more than I've ever. So I was in the audience being recognised, and we went to. So we got there, and Katie bought the tickets, and she'd shown me the where we were going to be sitting on the map. So we're sitting on there, and we go, God, you got good seats. We're right in the fourth row of the stalls, and we got there. We had to walk past like 25 people to get to our seats. We were the last in. And then we sat down, and then there was only 2 seats in this whole row available, so that's ours. Then these guys came from the other side, said, I think we're on those seats. We said, oh, no, we think so. We had this argument, and it turned out we were sitting in the balcony. And so we'd arrived sort of just before the show came in, and then we had to, and gone past all these people. Then we had to go back past all the people with everyone in the theatre, because we were right at the front watching us
Oh, my God.
go in and out. And it wasn't my fault, it was Katie's fault.
Oh
So I was being funny even when I wasn't on stage, but it was sort of weird because so that must be even weirder for you because those people are coming to see you, and that's a big theatre. I've never played that theatre in Milton Keynes.
Well,
it's a big theatre.
that's the weird thing is that with this tour is the venues are like 1,000-seater. Well, the first 2 nights of the tour was like 3,000 seaters in Edinburgh, but then the show I feel like you just get more and more opportunities to fail to a bigger audience, like because I had to kind of rush to get this show ready, so it was quite frightening trying to get it ready for these big venues. And then John Cairns apparently has a line in his show where he says like Taskmaster, the venues get bigger but the laughs go down or something. I think I'm misquoting it, but you get the idea.
I do. For me, venues stay the same. Yeah. Audience slightly less, I would say. Slightly fewer people come to see me as a result. But I won, so What's important?
You get more money for that.
Exactly, you get to come back.
Yeah.
That's all I care about now. But it sounds a bit like you're struggling with that element of it, the fame element of it.
Well, I don't think I'm going to struggle for long because I think my next tour will be back to like venues that are a bit smaller. Unless, I don't know, I just want to go to America again. It was so good going there because I sort of got it in my head that I couldn't go for ages, and then I went and it was like great.
So what was just the reaction, or just
well, they clap a lot. That was really off-putting, and I had to say that you have to stop this because it was so irritating. But it's just you get. I don't know if you've ever found this. You get in your head, oh, I won't get to go to America, and they won't understand what I'm saying. It was fine.
Yeah.
It was great. Like. I really liked being in New York as well. Also, I stayed with a Taskmaster fan in New York.
Right.
But her house is amazing. Like, it's in the middle of Manhattan. Because I was like, how am I staying here? It's been set up. It was a friend of my promoter.
Yeah.
And then I sort of thought I was going to be staying in this shithole. And then I got to this house. It was like 10 minutes walk for the friend's house. And it was like near all these Sex and the City famous locations, and it was honestly like a classic brownstone. And I'm friends with the lady now. Hello, Julia. Every single surface, she'd put like boobs all over the house, all over the walls and stuff, and like there was a big golden dick coming out of the wall to hang your towel on and stuff. Okay. And then she went, oh, you should know I'm a Taskmaster fan. And that was when I was like, oh, and it dawned on me, and I saw the Taskmaster board game, and then I saw like an off menu mug.
Right.
And I was like, this is insane how much. I think I messaged Andy, the director of Taskmaster, to be like, thank you again for having me on that programme. It has changed my life in so many ways. Like, so much weird stuff happens off the back of it.
Yeah.
Like getting to stay in a giant townhouse in New York. That was good. But what was I saying there? Sorry, that just sounds like I just bragged there for ages. I'm really sorry.
But it's sort of interesting the way things change. It's interesting that it must be Taskmaster and Netflix as well must combine, because that's obviously America as well. But it's I would never even think. I'm not really interested in going to America, I have to say.
Really?
Yeah. But I'm too old to go to do anything like that now. If it was going to,
I thought I was too old to go.
So young.
Oh, no. Well, I really thought, I guess I'm just never going to, because I hadn't been at all. I hadn't been for holidays or anything. Okay. But yeah, I did think I might want to move there, and then I went. That was after the first time in New York, and then I went like into like America properly, and I was like, oh no. If anything, it made me want to move more into Europe. Like, want to move to like Denmark or something where everyone has a proper social security system. Like I saw people pooing in the street and stuff in Chicago. It was mental. Pooing in the street.
Yeah, I understand. I'm just confused.
Because it's just another world.
Right.
It's like an absolute other world. Yeah, but no, if you ever get to go, you should go. It's amazing.
Yeah, I won't ever get to go. I can't sell venues in England, so it's.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all right. I don't need your pity.
Would you do Strictly?
No.
Would you do the ice dancing one?
No. Oh. What do you think? I'd go, yeah, I'm not going to do Strictly, but yeah, that's if it's on skates. It's on skates.
I
fucking hate skating. I can't do it at all.
Right. No, I'd do the ice one.
But also, I think once you do those things, I think like the Bake Off one's a bit different. The Celebrity Bake Off's a bit different because it's just for like charity and it's a different thing. I think once you say, I'm going to go in the jungle or I'm going to go on Strictly, you're saying, right, that's it. You know, I'm open to being in the papers about anything.
Exactly right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's the realization I had. Where that's kind of what I was trying to say in the show. That once you choose to go on those programs, you're choosing a certain type of life and a level of intrusion into your life, and then you have to. Almost become like really pure and act like you never take drugs or anything. Yeah, and
you're going to be in trouble with that because of
all
the times you've said you take drugs.
Yeah, but do you know what I mean? Like I think it's a poisoned chalice. Like I went to this music festival the other week called The End of the Road, and I just like going. I like it. It's quite a calm, good music festival. Most music festivals I hate. But I played a set at it, and I said, I'm going to be on mushrooms for the rest of the weekend. So if you come up and talk to me, you're not going to get much out of me, right? And it's terrible getting recognised on mushrooms. I mean, a woman came up to try and talk to me about my book. And she was, I think I was like, I'd got into some like backstage area with musicians and stuff. So I think it was a woman from a band. And she went, your book meant so much to me. And I'd just been talking to some peacocks on the lawn. And I just sort of went, oh, and then I like ran away from her. And I'm hoping that she thought, oh, she must be really affected by her autism. She just runs away from people.
Yeah.
And then another point, I was like crying ecstatically at this singer. And then these wee guys tapped me on the shoulder and they were like, you should do a podcast with her. And I went, I can't, just don't talk to me. I can't do this. So it just makes you think if you were like proper famous, you would just get approached all the time and you wouldn't be able to make a fool of yourself at festivals.